Well, hello and welcome back to Silverrun Forest. This is episode 4, and we start with this wonderful sunrise from our summer encampment. Isn't that just great? Lighting on this map is fantastic given the amount of trees and shadows that are created. Absolutely great. Well, let's get down to the day's work, or the month's work. And we'll head on down to the logging trailer, connect up, and we'll pick up and cut some logs for this morning to go up to the old sawmill. It's pretty much going to be a daily thing in the morning. Got to keep that sawmill topped up. I suppose occasionally it will run out, but yeah, so this is pretty much a routine job now, so we'll just jump cut through it. Yeah, just head off up to the old sawmill and we'll just offload at the sawmill. There we are, the sawmill, just going back into the water. Undo the straps so that, well, for offload even if the straps are on, but I'll try to undo the straps just for effect, as they say. I guess that's loading up, so we'll jump cut to being done. It does take a little while to offload in this area, but that's not a major problem. All adds to the feel of the game. So head on up to the top. Let's have a quick stop and see how much we've got in there now. Hopefully we should have enough for today. It's just under 40,000 litres. That should keep us going for the rest of today. We'll have to top up tomorrow again, I think. Right, let's head off back into town now. And yesterday I thought I was going to go to to drop off the trailer and head off into town. Today I thought I was heading into town, but actually I'm dropping off the trailer. The joys of pre-recording without and then having to do the voiceover. But here we are, into town now. I'm going to check out the boathouse, see what we need for there. So we're going to pick up some beams and planks, etc. from the old sawmill. Just park up here quickly and have a look and see. Let's have a quick squiz. Looks like there's been some progress on the boat. The spine is in, the ribs are just about done. Fantastic. Right, let's have a look. So planks, 6.4s, we've got enough planks, long planks. 7, we've got enough long planks, and metal, we've got enough metal. Wood beams we need. Don't have any wood beams up there, we still need a couple of wood beams, and also floor tiles. So floor tiles we'll sort out a little bit later, but we'll deliver wood beams to the boathouse on our down. Right, let's have a check up and see what the roller coaster needs. The roller coaster is pretty much right for everything except for staircase railings. So we've still got 70 odd and we need just over 1,000. Looks like we need to put another 2 in to there. This one will just be a couple short, I think. In any case, that's not too bad. We'll probably only have one pallet of railings ready today, so let's probably finish off in the next episode, the first part of the roller coaster. In any case, we'll hitch up and we'll head on up to the old sawmill and go and load up. I'm so glad I changed the trailers. This is so much easier to work on and so much more versatile, as we now have a means of transporting heavy equipment should we need it. Right, we'll get onto the time lapse to start loading up. That's looking good. It seems to, if we keep the oh, what's happening here? I can't get it off. Oh dear. Alright, I've just gone back onto the main off the time lapse, because I think you're going to enjoy this. Just when I thought I was getting good at loading pallets, this happened. So I can't get it to offload, and next thing I know, there we go, everything goes flying. Right, so I think, well, that's alright, pretty simple. We'll just go and pick up everything and load it up. So go and sort this one out quickly. Probably just have to push it up. Everything's lying on its side. We'll find the others a little bit later. And push it up. Let's get it onto the right orientation. We'll just pick it up and put it onto the trailer. Come on. Have to go low. There we go. There's that. So that was fairly painless, really. Just taking a bit of time. There we go. Pop it on quickly. Even that's not being the easiest. When things go wrong, they go wrong. Right, let's go around the back and start picking up some more. See if we can get this one into the right orientation. Whoa! I just touch it and off it goes. Watch this. There we go. Okay. At least it's landed in the right orientation this time. Oh my goodness. We'll pick that up and we'll put that on, and we're going to pick up the third one. Joy, oh joy, oh joy of loading. Right. It didn't go flying away this time. Just pop it on. Turn in this little circle, jump cut in the right orientation there. There we go. It should go on this time. And we've got to do this next one. I'm not holding my breath that this is going to go easily once we've offloaded this one. So let's have a see what happens. Let's have a see what happens. Here we go. Let's try and get this into the right orientation. Any guesses what's going to happen? Pretty sure you know. couldn't see any other way to really turn it around. I had to try and pull it out, so the only way I could think of doing it was to lay that on the top, and what happened? Everything goes flying. Once again, only saving grace is it's landed on its in the right orientation. So let's go and pick that up. Is it possible that anything else could possibly go wrong now? The others picked up alright, so we should be okay this time around. Let's see if it goes flying this time. Whacked by a train. The only saving grace there, we didn't get nailed by the train. Fantastic. This is going to find that pallet now. It's got to be around here somewhere. Right, there we go. There it is there. Right under that tree. Well, we'll pick that up, load it up. We'll get that onto the flatbed. And then we'll load up the rest. So that was a bit of fun, and this game has a funny way of bringing you down to earth when you think you've got something sorted and you know how to do it. I'll just say no, maybe not. In case, just jump cut after we've loaded everything else. Went without too much of a problem, and we'll head off down to the boatyard and we'll go and offload those beams. So put all the beams into here, and we'll put some of the planks in as well, just put a head start. We'll always leave planks here. We'll save some to go into the shingle factory, which we couldn't supply as well, some long planks. And we'll get the shingle factory that we bought yesterday up and running. So let's just offload these. We'll just do it carefully instead of going to go and get the forklift. So that's all the beams and some of the long planks. Put some more long planks in there just to get ahead of the game. Put the second batch in and we'll keep the two at the end for the shingle factory. So put that 2,000 litres into the shingle factory, and it should produce quite a few shingles. Right, so let's just do a U-turn now. Well, let's just check it quickly. Metal, so we still need more floor tiles. We'll get that over there. So wood beams. We still need another few wood beams. Long planks, we've got plenty. Planks, we've got plenty. And metal, we've got plenty of. Yeah. So it's another load of beams. And the floor tiles, and that should give us the first stage of the boat. It'll probably be delivered. I think we should have enough floor tiles to get that complete. We'll see. Right, let's get this off into the shingle factory. Just reversing, it's right at the back this time. Yeah, so we don't need this. I'm sure you noticed that at the moment it's not calling for shingles, but I know that we're going to need shingles at some stage. So I'm just trying to get ahead of the game in terms of the productions a little bit. Likewise with the boats, I know we're going to need fabric, so I have to think a little bit about how we're going to get that fabric done. So we can either plant a cotton field or maybe get some sheep. If we get sheep, we'll have to find a grass field, but we'll sort that out a little bit later. Right, so we'll drop that off there. Let's go and pick up the front end loader, and we'll go and pick up some of the staircase railings to go into the roller coaster. Let's pop up the road as we're going to drop off some bowls and pepper grinders. I think this probably will be to the Sunnyside Cafe again, but we'll check that up. Let's get them stacked. Hopefully it is, and the price would have to be quite substantially lower than anywhere else because it's so convenient just to drive this across the road, make the delivery, get the money. Just love how there's always local pedestrians come around to give us some moral support when we're loading, or watch us while we load, or perhaps just get annoyed at because we're loading on the sidewalk. It's probably the latter, but what can you do? It must be done. I suppose we could load from the side, but we are going to be building a roller coaster for the local community, so they should be happy. There we go. So bowls, yeah, Silverrun, Sunnyside Cafe. Yeah, it's looking good. So the Sunnyside Cafe for that one is fair enough. Pepper grinders, Sunnyside Cafe. Yeah, that's also good. In fact, I think both of them were the highest, even higher than Elm Creek. So quite happy with that. We'll just pop this across the road and we'll come back and pick up the staircase railings. Thank you for waiting, lady. I'm sure we didn't keep you hold you up for too long. Just head straight across the road, yeah. This is a great forklift. I mean, it's only 20 miles an hour, but it's fast enough to get around the town. Especially if we just have to go across the road. Let's pop this in and see how much we get. I think we've got just under £6,000 for the last load. And this load we get. Just over 6,000, so yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Right, pick up those railings and off we go back down to the roller coaster, offload those, and once we've done those we'll go and sort out the floor tiles. There might be slightly too many floor tiles for just taking up the front end loader. No, I did 3 yesterday, 3 pallets at a time, but I think there'll be more this time. So let's probably take the lorry up there and then just load it up with the front end loader. Be too heavy for us to pick up, so yeah, one of the things I'm really jealous about on PC players is super strength. We don't really have super strength. Well, we don't have super strength at all. We do have the mod that allows us to pick up some of the pallets, but I don't think the new production pallets on on this map. Have been included in that mod. Well, not as yet, so most of the productions on this map can't be picked up by hand. The pallets, that is. It's not too much of a problem, really. Right, so we'll just jump in the lorry, we'll head up to the floor tile factory, and then we'll come back and pick up the front end loader, get those all loaded up. Right, just around the corner. Park up in the sidewalk, irritate the locals again. Jump out. There's 4, so we might have got 4 on. Because, yep, definitely can't pick it up. Right. Front end loader, off we go. Luckily it's just up the drag again. So it's just along the drag. If you said up the drag going to the Nepal, then this is just along the drag. I do like the fact that this has got this little side lane, parking area I suppose it really is, that just allows us to travel up there without worrying about fast cars coming behind us. I don't think it's going to be too tight here for me to load this. We'll put this onto a time lapse, we'll go and turn the lorry around and then we'll come and load up. Right, that's all done. Put the last one on. Just park up the front end loader here. And then we'll jump in the lorry, strap up, and we'll get this down to the boathouse. And that should take us a long way. So there's 2 there. Oh, there was 5. There's 5, yeah. So must have spawned another one. So we'll take that down to, and I think that'll still leave us about 700. So we'll still have to get another load or another pallet from tomorrow's production, or maybe later today, whichever way we can fit it in. But it'll more than likely be tomorrow. Lead on straight down past the roller coaster. It's nice to see that there is progress being made. It'll be rather fun to ride that roller coaster. Hope we can. We're just about there. So we'll put all of these into the boatyard. Yeah, so we're in November now, and as we said yesterday, we have to start thinking about how we're going to get through the winter months. We did see on that weather map yesterday that we're in for 3 months of pretty much snow, so I think I'm going to have to think about moving down from the mountain and finding something that is in this sort of lowish lying area to use as a winter camp, or a winter farm, or a winter area, forestry area, while we try to keep the supplies up to the roller coaster and the boatyard throughout the winter. but that'll probably be in the next episode. Right, so we've got plenty of metal to load. Load this up, we'll take it down to the station, get it on a train, and we'll get it sold, because we've pretty much got enough metal in the roller coaster and the boatyard. I'm not sure whether we've got enough in the boatyard to complete the whole operation, but we've certainly got enough to complete the next step, and by that time we'll have more metal produced. So, or maybe we'll put some into the boatyard just in case. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll put, I've got 12 here, I think I'll put 9 onto the boat, onto the train, and 3 down to the boatyard. Right, we'll just get that loaded, and once it's loaded, off we go. We'll pop down to the train station. Right, here we are. Let's drop this off. Looks like something. Don't know what's been going up. Oh, that's on the side. I don't think, was it on the side when it left? When we left there? Not sure. In the event, we'll load up the train, call the train, load up the train. We'll put this on. We'll put the side panels on, and we'll send that off. Well, I had a major problem for some reason or another. It's probably because I didn't press record. I didn't record the actual loading of the train and the prefabricated panels. However, we did get it off to Elm Creek. We eventually ended up with about 160,000, and I bought the barrel factory, and we bought this piece of grassland. So that's pretty much caught up there. Sorry that I couldn't show you that. No idea why I didn't record. As I say, it's more than likely my fault. I obviously didn't press the record on the Xbox controller while I was playing, which is a bit of a drawback with the way I do these videos. In the event, I went and hired this mower so that we can mow all this grass, and of course what we're going to do is we're going to bale it all up, and we'll have a nice stock of grass. We'll then put in a sheep pen, a sheep pasture, and we'll make wool. We'll put a spinnery in. I had a quick squiz around the map. I might have missed it, but I didn't see a spinnery on the map, so we'll put a spinnery in to make the fabric. We'll get this all going. Once again, this is preempting the fact that I know we're going to need fabric for the boat. We don't need it right now, but of course it's going to take a little while to produce the wool, and of course the fabric once it goes into the spinnery. So hopefully by the time we need it, we would either have the fabric already produced or just about produced. Right, so here we go, just finishing off that. Right, and that's that done. Right, so we'll just go and have a look and see what we can do. We're going to need a windrower. We're also going to need a baler. We're also going to need a tractor to pull it. Because of the time period, I think I'll just try and lease. Hopefully there'll be a really cheap tractor that'll be able to pull a cheap baler, and we'll just be able to lease everything just to get this done, because I don't think we'll have to do a lot of grass again. I think we'll get enough out of this for the time being to do what we need. Right, so that needs 90 horsepower, so we need a tractor that's at least bigger than 90 horsepower. Right, so this is 100 horsepower. It's only $790 to lease it, and then we'll lease the windrow, nice and cheap as well. That's only like $66 to lease, so we'll get that done and we'll go and windrow that grass up. And once we've done that, we'll come and get the baler and bale it up as well. Well, we'll have to lease the baler first. I haven't leased it yet. Pointless leasing it before we really need it, just in case this takes a little bit longer than we think. Right, so that worked out quite well. A little bit of an expense, but we saved a lot of time in having to go all the way to pick up the other tractor, change everything on it, drive it down, change everything back, drive it again. We'll just do this on a little bit of a time lapse. It's not an awfully big field, but it'll be big enough to put a sheep pen on and a spinnery, and then still have plenty of grassland that we can either put back to forest at a later stage if we need be, or just keep the sheep going depending on what we need. And we do have, in terms of our end goals on this, or end conditions on this, we need to build 5 boats, so we're going to need at least 5 sets of fabric. I'm not sure how much it needs, but may need a lot, but I shouldn't think it will need all that much. But we'll see. So we won't do anything with the land until we know for certain how much fabric we'll need, how much we'll need to produce. Right, that's that done. Get up and go and get this back to the store, and we'll go and lease that baler. Yep, that's all done. 800 thing, I think it's more than the tractor. In the event, get it hitched up and we'll go and do the baling. Right, here we go. Let's get it all set up and opened up. It shouldn't take too long. We'll do it on a bit of a time lapse as well. It's quite dark, so luckily the windrows are pretty easy to see. So yeah, winter's definitely coming in because it's only just before 6 and it's pitch dark already. Right. Not too long before this is finished now. I don't think we're going to get another full load. We'll just take this off, and then we'll get this back to the store and get it returned. And that's about all the work we're going to do for today. It's getting dark. Get that. What we'll do is we'll just head back up to the metal factory. And I'm sure the eagle-eyed of you will remember that yesterday I said we were going to put a penalty on ourselves for rolling the harvester, and I didn't get around to doing that. So I thought we'll just go through that. So these are the deductible placeables that I was talking about. And if we put up a little penalty table somewhere, we can then put those deductibles on for a day. It gets deducted at 12 o'clock at night. So as long as we have it done before we sign up in the evenings, we will then get that penalty automatically charged to our account. Then of course we need to remember to remove it the next day. So put that there, just a little bit out of the way, and then we'll place 2 $1,000 oil cans on that table, which will then deduct $2,000 from our account overnight, which will be the cost of the repairs. I've done this just to create a little bit of jeopardy and peril for every time that you have an accident or roll one of the vehicles. Of course, as I said, not for little fender benders or something like that. It'll have to be for something quite substantial, like rolling a vehicle, which happens quite a lot. I would say it's probably going to happen once an episode. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in episode 5. Cheerio.